Oh, it's you again. Welcome back. So today we're doing a review on Friday the 13th, Part 3. So I got this off of Turbine, that company from Germany that I mentioned before, and I was actually inspired to watch this. This is my first time watching the movie, by the way. I was inspired to watch this by one of my subscribers who said that this was what reference quality was for 5 out of 5 star pop-out effects, and I have to say, I stand corrected. Comparing this to my last review with Deadpool and Wolverine, I had mentioned that Deadpool and Wolverine had 5 out of 5 stars for pop-out effects. And they were scattered throughout the movie here and there, and some of them would pop out just off the surface of the screen. Some of them would come out a little bit further. Looked like it was kind of in the middle of my living room, which I was really impressed by. This is a whole nother level. So let me just get into some tech specs real quick. So the movie did come out in 1982. So if you're not a big fan of like film grain, then you probably wouldn't like the picture quality of this. I, however, think it looks awesome. It's rated R. It's got a runtime of 1 hour and 35 minutes, and it's in beautiful 1080p with an aspect ratio of 2:35. So yes, you will have black bars on the top and bottom. So, starting in the beginning of the movie, there is a disclaimer that says that the first 3 minutes of the film are not in 3D, but to keep your glasses on anyways, because after that scene ends, that's when the 3D starts. Another disclaimer here, I've actually never seen any of the Friday the 13th movies. I know, shame on me. I've just never really been that interested in Jason Voorhees. I was a Nightmare on Elm Street guy. I liked Michael Myers too. There was nothing about Jason Voorhees that stood out to me. I think the only Jason stuff that I saw was Freddy vs. Jason, and I only saw that in the theater because it was a Freddy movie. Shame on me, I know. So this was my first Jason film, Part 3, and I'm assuming that that first 3 minutes of the film that is in 2D is kind of like a recap of the last movie. Those Jason fans out there that have seen all of them, correct me if I'm wrong, it just seemed like it was a recap of the last movie. And I had missed that disclaimer the first time I watched it, because I've watched it twice now so far. I missed that disclaimer saying that the first 3 minutes would be flat. So when I saw it, I was like, man, this guy said this was reference quality, what is this? And then after that scene ended, and the title of the movie comes up, Friday the 13th, oh my gosh, it is right in your face. First it comes out halfway into your living room, and then it just comes out directly to your eye sockets. And then the rest of the credits that are rolling after that are like that as well. Then the next scene, you know, it looks like it's outside of somebody's residence, and the camera is moving in on this laundry that's hanging up on clothespins and it's drying in the air. And then you see many layers of depth between the branch of the trees, the different articles of cloth, and then this guy, the shop owner, just appears out of the laundry, and he's popping out of the screen kind of like a cardboard cutout. And I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And then he pulls out this pole that he's using to move the cloth with, and it is just literally touching your eyeballs. And I was just like, oh my god, this is a 3D enthusiast's wet dream here for real. Then I go to the next scene, and there's a dude on the street with a baseball bat getting ready to swing, and that's just touching my nose too. And then, you know, we have landscape scenes that when you take off your glasses, everything is so blurry, you don't even know what you're looking at, and that's because of all the freaking different layers. I mean, they really took advantage of every single second of this film. And then we have normal scenes, like dialogue scenes, where you got people in this convenience store talking, and this lady's hairdo is popping off the screen. And then you got stuff like this yo-yo scene. This dude is just playing with his yo-yo, it's coming down, and it's hitting you right in the face. And then the one scene that made me go cross-eyed, like so much, where I was like, okay, this is just too much, I had to turn away, was the scene where these two dudes in the living room are juggling balls or whatever the heck they're using to juggle with. And again, it's like literally touching your eyeballs, but it is so intense I had to turn away. But yeah, this movie just took full advantage of it. The movie itself you know, it's okay. Like, it's a cheesy 80s horror flick. You know, there's probably a lot of die-hard horror Jason fans out there that probably liked it a lot more than I did, but I liked it for it being fun. I loved the 3D in it. This is definitely going to be one of those movies that when I'm showing off my 3D TV to somebody that's never experienced a 3D movie before, I'll be like, okay, you guys gotta watch this. They're gonna look at me and be like, what? That old 80s movie? No, trust me, guys. So if I had to rate this, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be obvious here, but I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars for depth, 5 out of 5 stars for pop. The overall picture quality, by the way, was amazing. And oh, you know what I forgot to mention in the beginning when I was going over the tech specs was the audio. It's got a 5.1 DTS HD Master audio track, which sounded fine enough to me. But the picture quality for being such an old movie, I thought they did a really good transfer on it. The colors were nice and vivid. It didn't suffer from any dark scenes. I loved the film grain. It just looked so classic. So all that being said, this is definitely going to be put into S tier. And like I said before, I don't usually have a lot of S tiers, but this is definitely one of them. Do I think you guys should buy this? If you're a 3D fan, yes, go buy this today off Turbine. I'll leave a link in the description. If you liked this video, please let me know, and thanks again for watching. Bye. Juggling them balls!